ChillBuzz, baby.
Welcome to ChillBuzz Radio, people. I know it's been a while. I said that the last time I was on here, and the year didn't go exactly how I wanted it to. I was trying to do a corporate DJ business, and some of my partners, there were shortcomings on all of our parts, and I ended up getting into a relationship with someone who I'm still with. I don't know how long I'm gonna be with her because this election is the most important thing that I've ever lived through, and we're having arguments about her voting. She's not voting for Kamala, but she won't vote, period. She doesn't want to get involved. I don't agree with that because if I'm going to grow my life with someone, I need them to be in a line with making this country in the best possible state possible to live and build a family and thrive and shoot to the moon, make our dreams come true. So basically this podcast, there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. The girl who I've been with, love her to death, Lindsay, and been with her for basically all year, and like you have to sacrifice one thing for another. I've wanted a steady relationship for a while, but I haven't been able to put in the same music work that I want to, so it's been a little problematic, and it's always a sacrifice. I'm just trying to find a way to moderate everything, balance, juggle everything out. We'll see how it goes. But today's actually the last day to register in New York. So register to vote. There's early voting, there's online voting, there's absentee ballots, there's anything. You have to get your ass out there and make America great again. Everyone, people. Everyone. There's too much corruption in this country. Way too much corruption happening. Hold on, excuse me, I'm gonna crack a beer. Nice American beer, not Bud either. That woke shit. Some nice good old Coors. Not light either, the real stuff. Mmm. Mmm. Another thing I want to give a shout out to. They don't sponsor me. They don't sponsor me, but these video game vapes that I've been buying, V-Play vapes, they're the future. They're dope as fuck, you know? Yeah, I have mine right here. I have mine right here. As you see, there's like video games on there. You play Pac-Man, a whole bunch of shit. Look at this shit. Did you ever think you would see a video game on a vape? Look at this. Look at this. Audio and everything. It's crazy. The technology, I'm loving it. Elon Musk is definitely a pioneer who's going to do great things with us. All my favorite people are together. The only Democrat I would have voted for in 2020 is Tulsi Gabbard. They pushed her out because of the corruption, and then she became an independent. Now she just became a Republican. It's going to be in Trump's administration. RFK, I would have voted for him over Trump possibly. The Democrats pushed him out because they're corrupt, and they're trying to run everything. They're bringing in immigrants. Their plan is to bring immigrants to all the blue states. So by 2030, when the census happens, basically there's a higher population in all the blue states, and basically because they're higher population, there will be more electoral votes for each state. So that's the Democrats' way of not needing swing states, just to power blue states to win everything. The immigrants, they're taking all of our resources. I don't know how anyone could vote for this absurd nonsense. It just makes no sense. Trump is basically no tax on tips. If you drive cabs, do deliveries, if you're a waiter, a bartender, all that good stuff, no tax no more on any of that. You get to keep it. I've done it, and I hated paying taxes on that shit. It's a fucking scam. Trump is against the scams. He's for the people. So, yeah, no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security for people who collect Social Security, senior citizens and everyone. My mom, that gives her incentive to vote for Trump. And you know what? I already gave her a bump for doing that. And I will, for anyone who I know who votes for Trump, I got a nice bump of some fish scale waiting for you people. So make sure, go out, cast your votes. Last day of registration is today. So get your ass out there and register and vote for Trump. And I will give you a bump. America will be great again. We got RFK on our side, environmental lawyer, attacking the FDA for the food coloring poisoning that's in all our foods. There's a lot of horrible stuff happening with the current leadership, the wokeness, the forced wokeness, the DEI, colleges hiring minorities. Meanwhile, other people are more qualified to get into colleges or jobs, but it's just there's no, there is, like, it's just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just completely ridiculous. You're not getting the best of the best. You're sacrificing the best for diversity. Like, I love diversity. I'm from New York. I have friends of all colors and backgrounds and all walks of life. So I love diversity. I embrace diversity. But when you force it and you take opportunities from those who are worthy, we can't have that. We just can't have that shit. Kamala Harris is trying to give sex changes, taxpayer government sex changes, to illegal immigrants and convicted inmates, prisoners in jail. She's trying to give these sex changes to. And I mean, if you have your own money and you want to do it, go ahead and do it. But why do we got to pay for the lowest of the low to get sex? Oh, you murder someone, you end up in jail. You want to be a bitch because you're probably getting fucked anyway. Let me just turn into one on taxpayer dollars, and she wants to fund that shit. Illegal aliens coming in this country, stealing our houses, raping our women, murdering our children. It's disgusting. It has to stop. It has to stop. And I've been, like, I haven't done too much musical stuff this year. I've been focused on the election and all the corruption, and I lose faith in the world, because if Kamala Harris wins, it's going to be a civil war. Like there's going to be World War III. It's just going to be horrible for everyone. We can't have it happen. We just cannot have it happen. So, listen, I never voted in my life. I supported Democrats my whole life, but I was always up on the wall. I thought John McCain was good. I didn't like Mitt Romney. I actually liked Bush better than Gore and Kerry. I liked Bob Dole, but being a Democrat, when I voted in school, it was Bill Clinton because they just brainwash you. Oh, go blue all the way. Vote blue no matter who. You know, I believe that we could flip New York red for the first time since Ronald Reagan did it in 1982. And that's why I'm busting my ass out here making this happen. This is everything to me. This is truly everything to me. I might break up with my girlfriend over it. I don't talk to certain people, certain friends, certain colleagues, but I'll tell you this. I flipped my whole family. I flipped a lot. I flipped dozens of New Yorkers. I flipped all of them. They tried to crucify me in 2020 when I was wasn't even praising Trump. I was just basically saying that, look, he's better than Biden, and you guys are making a mistake. Don't vote blue no matter who. An orange man is not bad. Orange man is actually very good. He's a messiah. He is going to bring us to the promised land. I made a lot of mistakes in my past. You know, like the war on drugs, I was on the wrong side of it. The fentanyl coming in this country. All the drug prices are low. So if you're a criminal, I guess vote for Kamala. But you know what? I'm retired from that shit. I'm a good fucking American patriot, and I want a good country. And fuck legal weed. We already have it legal anyway. That's the only thing Kamala's trying to pull out of her ass because there's really nothing else. There's really nothing else. And so right now I've been streaming on Instagram, and they're trying to censor me on Instagram already. They're trying to censor me on Instagram already. So yeah, they removed me from Instagram. So that shows the censorship. Shows the censorship that's going on right now. And because I'm streaming on multiple platforms right now, they took the stream off Instagram because they're saying it needs to be reviewed. I don't know what that fucking means, but let's see if we get back on here. I'll try to be a little better with my words. These people are fucking mind trips. Mark Zuckerberg's a fucking piece of fucking dirt. Fuck him. He even admitted that he helped rig the 2020 election. So now that I'm back live on Instagram, I want to give a shout out to scumbag Mark Zuckerberg, who wants to give me problems for spreading true knowledge. We have freedom of speech in this country. Those who support censorship are not supporting the freedom we have, what the Statue of Liberty stands for, the reason, the mark we made on the planet, which is what made the French sculpt that beautiful piece of art for us. and give it to us, sail it all the way across the Atlantic Ocean, right to Liberty Island. And you know what? Things are going to be great. Things are going to be beautiful. You got, let's get musical for a second because I am DJ Luca Knight. What's going on with Diddy? We all knew this for years. I've been hearing rumors for 5, 10, 15, maybe even 20 years about all this stuff. Like I just turned 35, so that goes my knowledge into how far it goes. But a lot of people probably know um, how deeper it is. But Diddy, Usher's in the mix, Bieber's in the mix, Meek Mills is in the mix, J-Lo, Jay-Z, Beyonce, um, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith and his whole family. Um, who else? There's a lot of people. There's a good chance that Diddy had a lot to do with the killings of Tupac and Biggie. A lot of people think that. There's a lot of evidence that suggests that. You could fact check everything I say. The stream that they just took down, go ahead, put it up for review. I didn't say anything that is incorrect because right now things are bad. That's not fake. That's not fake that things are bad. It's real. It's real than it's ever been. So, yeah, I have no producer. It's just me. I'm a one-man show over here. I make it all happen. So, Diddy, a lot of the people, Epstein and Diddy and all these situations, that's prime example of all the corruption, and it's all getting light shed on it right now. Who was Diddy, who is clearly a piece of shit at this point? I don't think anyone can take my streams down for saying Diddy's a piece of garbage. Can anyone take my stream down for saying Diddy's a piece of garbage? Because he basically is. But everything going on with him, look at the people Diddy supported over the years. All the Democrats. Hillary Clinton, Jay-Z, and then Kanye endorses Trump in 16, wears a MAGA hat like I'm wearing right now, not afraid anymore. Like, come up to me. I'm a fly boy. I'll fucking crack your fucking jaw right off your fucking skull, motherfucker. You want to fuck with me? You don't even know who the fuck I am. So, I'm wearing this hat with pride, and no one's going to do shit about it because I feel like people are awake at this point. People shouldn't have to be ashamed for supporting greatness because that's all I want. Things are not great right now. We need to get it great, and we are going to get it great November 5th when we get Donald Trump as the 47th President of the United States. You feel me? So it's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious. If you didn't register to vote, do it now. Let me give you more information. J.D. Vance, probably the best politician, his vice president, best politician in the country. He's like Trump 2.0, minus all the nastiness that people don't like about him. Very well spoken, very well minded. Vivek Ramaswamy, runner-up in the Republican primaries. He legitimately cares. He's probably the best speaker since Obama. And speaking of Obama, Obama's cracking. People lost respect for Obama. 10 years ago, I did a Obama speech. I did a song where I sampled an Obama speech. It's called Unity. Go ahead and look that up, and you'll see my true identity because I didn't do it as Luca Knight. Yeah, you could check that out. And the song of the day for this episode is actually going to be something very interesting. I sampled some Trump stuff with some stuff that I had, some beta tracks on my album. By the way, the album didn't drop planned. I'm not giving out any promised release dates, but I'm just saying people are going to be happy very soon. People are going to be happy very soon. But I don't want to make any promises. It needs to all be perfect. But the thing that I'm going to play at the end of this episode, um, I think you're going to love it. I think you're going to love it. I think it's going to bring warmth to your heart and tears to your eyes. And I think it might just convince you to do the right thing and vote for Donald J. Trump, who has the same initials as my government name. But yeah, what else can we talk about, yo? It's a lot of it is the oil and exports. Like the reason people think that the reason JFK got killed is because he was gonna abolish the IRS and not make taxes a thing. There's ways you could do that by making your country a super manufacturing power and export goods all across the world and charge them tariffs. Right now, everyone thinks America is the world's babysitter. Like we have to give handouts to everyone, we have to let everyone in, and we're the pieces of garbage if we don't. No, no, that isn't on us, and Trump's the one who woke people the fuck up. Not woke as in woke, but made people awake to the fact that we're getting screwed. NATO, all this stuff, it could all be done. He's cool with Putin and Zelensky. They're scared of him. So it's like, why fund something that doesn't even happen if you could avoid it? You know, my friend Ukraine, Loud Meat, he said he's voting for Kamala. You're a piece of shit. If you do that, I'll never talk to you again in my fucking life, because he's Ukrainian and he said they're going to cut off the funds to go to Ukraine. Okay, but the war would have never started and Trump will end the war. Why would you fund an ongoing war? You want your land to get more destructed? It just makes no sense. Like, no one has any logic on why. Even the abortion issue. Trump is not fully against abortion. He is not a dictator. He's a good person. I'm going to see him tomorrow at Madison Square Garden. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious when I see him tomorrow. I'm going to do streams, and hopefully he doesn't get it taken down. You fucking cancel culture. Right now we're voting for free speech. We're voting for a good economy. We're voting for a safe border. We're voting for a safe planet. We're voting for innovation to push us further ahead. We're voting to get out of the struggle. We're voting for a bright future that we don't even have to worry about thriving. We just do it at ease instead of worrying about the struggle that so many Americans face every day. And it's beyond us, because there's wars breaking out all over the country, all over the world, I mean, and this country, really. Call them wars, battles, whatever you want. But things are going to get really crazy. Things are going to get very crazy. So, you know, just do the right thing, people. I can't stress it enough. I really can't stress it enough. Like, you know, like, I used to love Obama, but I saw his agenda. I saw his true agenda. He made a deal with Hillary in '08 that whoever wins, all right, the next will be up. Then they got desperate with Biden. Like, that actually worked because Trump ruffled too many people's feathers up. He learned from his mistakes, and he became a way better, beautiful person from the inside out, because we're all beautiful people on the outside, how God made us. But there's a lot of ugly people on the inside, and Trump is definitely one of the courageous people I've seen in my life or heard about in the history of the world. He makes me proud to be an American. He makes me proud to be a human being. Elon Musk makes me proud to be a human being. He's going to bring us to Mars. He was a Democrat back when I loved him, and now he's over here wearing dark MAGA hats. And by the way, I ordered mine. I'm giving Trump money every week. He takes money from my account. but there's been so much of a excess of hats being ordered that it's taken forever for them to ship. So I'm still waiting for my dark MAGA hat. But you know, make America great again, people. We can do it. We will do it. You know, Kamala Harris, not even black. You could look that up. You're gonna take me down for that? Okay, go ahead, try. She's half Indian. Her father is identifies as a Hindu shaman who's supposedly the black Jamaican. No, they just because they lived in Jamaica doesn't mean they're black. She's not the descendant of slaves. She is the descendant of slave owners. You can look that up too. She's the descendant of an Irish slave owner. That's what she is. Maybe a little splash of African DNA in her. Wouldn't doubt it. But it's most likely less than an eighth. Like like realistically looking at the situation. And that's fine because it doesn't matter what you are. It doesn't matter what color you are, but the way that they're trying to run that election, the way that they're trying to run the you know, like the Democrats run it on race and LGBTQ and all this shit, you know, women and men and women's sports, fucking shaming white people, saying that it's institutionally racism towards other minorities and all this shit, saying women are get paid less. They're trying to drive us apart. George Soros, they have a plan to drive us apart. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. We need to save America, people. Kamala Harris said she worked at McDonald's. She's a fucking liar. They tracked it down. Then Trump goes to McDonald's, works there serving fries. Go ahead, look it up. You'll see it. You'll see him with the McDonald's apron serving people fries. Like, he does it just to say, I've worked at McDonald's an hour more than you did, bitch. Got the independent candidate, strongest independent candidate since Ross Perot in 1996, who had significant effects to how the outcome of that election. And he dropped out and endorses Trump. You know? So it's like The Rock voted for Trump. I mean, The Rock endorsed Biden in 2020. Cardi B endorsed Biden in 2020. Not this time around. Now there's videos of Cardi B complaining about rising prices. And now The Rock's calling Trump after he just got shot, by the way. That's another thing that happened if people just forgot about that and still talk shit about him like he isn't a fucking national treasure, and that statue of him holding his arm up with blood on his face that picture isn't going to be a statue someday. Because it definitely is. It definitely is. You know, they try to make it like he's on the wrong side of history. They try to make it like he's on the wrong side of history. No, they are. They are. Wake the fuck up, people. Wake up. Just wake up. Vivek Ramaswamy's on Trump's side. He develops medical cures for stuff. Elon Musk during the hurricanes, he brought Starlink, which is a generator communication system that gives you solar power and it lets you communicate with people all over. You know, the hurricane victims who didn't have the right funding because the government gave it all to the illegal aliens. It's pretty disgusting. Pretty fucking disgusting. You know, I know everyone's feeling it. Who isn't feeling it? Who the fuck isn't feeling it? Who the fuck isn't feeling it? Like, say something. We got people out here protesting for a ceasefire from Israel. Meanwhile, they invaded Israel, killed, murdered, and raped and kidnapped so many people, and they still have our hostages. If they let the hostages go and wanted a ceasefire, that's a conversation. That's reasonable. That's productive. But you're demanding a ceasefire, shutting down graduations and school sessions because you want to terrorize Jewish students and all this stuff who have nothing to do with it. They're American. You want to terrorize them like they have anything to do with it. What do you have to do with Palestine? Or is George Soros paying you $10,000 a fucking a protest? Because that's actually what's happening. George Soros is the one who funded everything with BLM, which turned out to be a massive scam. George Soros is the one who's funding the Palestinian protests. They're trying to drive us apart. The song I Made, Unity, where Obama did that speech, that's what I believe in, unity, and that's what he represented. And maybe he did have good intentions, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out. Because by the end of his administration, the unity was gone and things were more ripped apart than ever before. And they basically, the racism is back, and I hate it because I love all people. I love everyone. I'm a mixed individual. I know I look predominantly Caucasian, but I'm also Native American. I'm from different parts of Europe that also have different ancestries. So it's like I'm very diverse. My Native American side, the Iroquois Native people of New York State, we're light skinned. My native grandmother, she's light. My Italian father is darker than my native relatives. So, like people look at me, the color of my skin, and they think that I'm like the descendant of slave owners or something. Even if I was, that's not me. And even if that's you, or you're the descendant of slaves or whatever it is, that's not you. We're all equals. We're all people. I have love for everyone on this planet, even if you hate my guts. There's no hate in my heart to give. There will never be hate in my heart. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 20, 30 epiphanies by this point to know in my heart the feeling it gives me when it glows out of my body and emits out of my skin. What the right things are to do in this world, the right person to be, who I want to be, and who I'm gonna be. And in fact, I got a live recording that I want to play you real quick from my mother, who basically told why she wants to vote for Trump. So we're gonna play that right now. Okay, what's up, people? It's your boy Luca Knight right here, and I have the first person who I know to vote for Trump this election here with me. I'm recording this podcast at my mom's house, and I just want you to tell the people, Mom, what made a lifelong Democrat like you, born and raised in New York, decide to vote for Trump this election?
Well,
Made a lifelong Democrat like you, born and raised in New York, decide to vote for Trump this election?
for one thing, prices on everything are getting high, but especially groceries. I mean, there have been things that I was buying 5 years ago that are like triple the price. And that's really kind of ridiculous. And I'm tired of it, having to watch what I buy. So, I mean, Trump would be good for that. I mean, I really believe that he's going to make our lives a lot easier than they are now.
Thank you, Mom. I appreciate that. And yeah, to everyone else listening, do the same thing. Make America great again. And she really believes that he can make everything better. You know? And I really believe the same thing. And I really believe the same thing. She says things are very hard and the cost of living is so high, prices are going up, and she's been listening to him. I got her to open her eyes up. She's watched both sides, and she truly believes that he's the answer and he can make everything better. And with this next song, the song of the day, I'm gonna show you guys. I don't want to make any promises, but we might have a song drop on the inauguration day. But this is the song. I'm gonna play it right now. And I just want to say to everyone, in all seriousness, if you pledge allegiance to this great flag and you love this country and you want this country to be its best and you care about everyone else here and you care about everyone in the world who you don't want blown to smithereens, because World War III might be the last war we ever have. Make America great again, people. Vote for Trump and I'll give you a bump. This is the song of the day of ChillBuzz Radio, episode 24 for the 2024 presidential election. Hashtag Save America with DJ Luca Knight. This song is called Luca Knight. Our best days are yet to come. Featuring Trump, parentheses, presidential Sunray mix. Close parentheses. So Luca Knight, our best days are yet to come. Presidential Sunray mix. This song, Sunray, is so beautiful. It's the 7th song. Last podcast, episode 23, I leaked the 6 out of 7 songs on this album that still didn't drop yet. But this is the 7th song. It's the most beautiful one. 10 years ago, I did Unity featuring Obama. 10 years later, in 2024, the 24th episode of my podcast. It is my great honor and privilege to present you what I worked pretty hard on and put a lot of thought into. The 7th song of my album, which will most likely drop before everything else. Luca Knight, Our Best Days Are Yet to Come, presidential Sunray mix. Here it goes.
The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. Nothing worth doing ever came easy. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. The future belongs to the people who follow their heart no matter what the critics say. We must always remember that we share one home and one glorious destiny. We all bleed the same red blood of patriots. We all salute the same great American flag. Our best days are yet to come.